Okay, so then let's look at the same thing again. Just that we'll keep it the same attack, same type of punch, same principle of entering, connecting, and relating to your attacker, and keeping that relationship. And then we'll go behind, and we'll see how we go behind. Well, just one method of going behind, and then what techniques are what's available there. Keeping the Aikido intention of preserving the attacker, not destroying him, for want of better words, but that's basically what we're trying to do. So we're trying to keep the relationship. So I'm here. So I won't go with the hands up anymore. I'll go from the Aikido, but practically I would always say, as I said earlier, keep the hands up in a situation. Use the hands to communicate, keep the hands at chest level. It's always a good thing if you feel that you're under any physical threat, or it might escalate to a physical threat. It's good to be here already, okay, rather than coming down. But so we'll look at it. My hands may go up or down, but the principles are the same. So as the punch comes in, I enter, okay? And then from here, I'm gonna just roll with him for a minute. I like to stay here for a moment, and I like Uke to try and throw some punches, just to get a feel for it. And then here, when I feel the opportunity is right, I'm going to raise up with one of the arms. Preferably the foot that's forward is the easiest path to get to the back. The foot of Uke, your attacker. So whichever, it doesn't matter which foot I have forward, as long as I get on that side. So when it rolls up, I'm gonna step through and duck under. So using this like Shomanuchi principle, where I'm raising the sword up, or I'm raising the kokyu up, I'm just using that principle. So as I feel the energy from the punch coming at my face, I'm going to roll up with that. As I do that, I step under. Now it's important here that I use my head and my body to keep my center, to keep my base. So don't look down, okay? And don't drop your hips back. So it's important to keep that nice ham knee. Let the arm go as you pass through, and then your head and your body takes over to continue the action from behind. Now you don't stop here. I just want to show you the action of the body and the head. So it's a good thing to kind of look up towards the ceiling, towards your partner or towards your attacker. As you do this, you use your whole body to turn around. So I'm going to turn all the way around. Now I'll show you this at a different angle, but my hand is going to slide down to the wrist. Okay, the hand that's on the bicep of the far arm will slide down to the wrist. So as I go around, the far arm slides down to the wrist, and this hand here is going to come around and control the elbow. So if you look at this angle, I'm going to control the elbow and control the wrist. So what I'm doing here is really connecting with his center. I'm pinning the arm to his body, and I'm really kind of going into the hips. You can see his hips are starting to move down as I do that. Two positions for the hand that's on the elbow. First position is on the outside with a little finger. These three fingers are very important. You're not going to use your thumb. These three fingers are going to wrap around just inside the crease of the elbow inside, and you're going to peel it back and down. So you get this peeling back and down motion, and the elbow comes tight to his body. You notice that my head stays behind. This hand, again, I'm not using the thumb here. This hand is pinning the wrist to his body. The second position for this hand is inside. So either one, it doesn't really matter. See which one is good for you, but just see which suits you. My head also is not around here because he can reach me with the other hand. Not that he'll do me a lot of damage, but he could put his fingers in my eyes and things like that. So a little important note here is the shoulder, okay, goes somewhere in the center of his back. And I keep my head down low here, okay, and I feed into his hips. So this is a great position to be able to control somebody and still keep the relationship, still keep the connection. There's very little trauma to him. It just feels like he's restricted in the way where he can move. But if he tries to move forward, I might kind of go with him. I might try to be able to direct him somewhere. Maybe I need to direct him into another room. Maybe I need to direct him down onto even a chair. different applications. But from here I can just go down into his center and bring him down to the ground to control him. And then from here there's different applications as to how I further control him onto his face down, or different things that we can do from here. But just want to look at the takedown for the moment. Okay, so from a different angle, let's just show you the far hand. If we turn around, same entry here, trap, roll with the punches, and then I do my duck under when I feel the energy is right, or I can kind of force this, not force it, but kind of, I can raise it up just to give me the motion that I need to get underneath. But as I step under, use the body. Now this hand here, as I come around, slides down to the wrist, but keep the contact all the way through. So slide it down as this hand comes around to the elbow. And then you see the way I put the shoulder into the back. Keep my head away on this side, away from the free hand. Pin the arm to the body and kind of get down into his center. So really connect with his center here. And then it makes it a little bit easier to be able to pull him and bring him down. Okay, and then different things that we can do, we'll look at another time from this position. But just to get him down to the ground safely with very little trauma or no trauma to his body. So that's one application that we use to go behind.